guys, it's me. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am a little tired, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm just trying to get this video out as fast as I can because I'm gonna go to sleep. And I didn't want this beat to go to waste, so yeah. And why I'm dressed up is because I did a reel on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen it because I was wearing this outfit. That Bust It challenge with that song by Erica Banks. My knees, I felt like Megan for a little bit, and then they started giving out like Derrick Rose. So yeah, I'm done, and I'm probably gonna pay for that tomorrow, but it's a cute reel. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, the link is in the description box below, so click that and you'll see the reel. I also will talk about the products I use in the description box below. I won't put it in the video, but products I use for my face because I really like how I look. Y'all see that glow? That's from Skin Glass. I had to shout that out. It's not a black-owned brand, but she supports black people. Like, she be for it. She had a collab with this influencer named Kennedy. If you follow her, she's President Kennedy on Instagram. Or Curls for the Girls. I think that's also another Instagram page that she has just for her hair. But she promotes Skin Glass, so I bought it, and she also had a collaboration with North Face. That's the brand, but the Skin Glass, this glow is hitting. Like, wow. Anyways, I'll put all the information that you may be wondering about, like my outfit, my makeup, all that stuff. I had a wig on in the reel, you'll see that, but it was too hot and I took it off. Anyways, jump right into it. Well, I guess that's not really jump right into it because I talked a lot, right? Not the point. This is my final episode on Put a Ring on It, my final video. And the reunion, I watched it. If you have not watched it, don't watch this video until you watch the reunion, because again, this is a bit of a spoiler, or it is a spoiler. Needless to say, I feel like, again, I enjoyed the show. The reunion was good. I can't say that it wasn't, it was whack or it was boring. I think they did a pretty good job, especially for a first season, their reunion. Sometimes the reunions be mad boring, things like that. But I'll get into the couples like I usually do and what I thought about them. So Tamika and Vince, they sound like they did a full 180. Like on the reunion show, Tamika seemed way more confident in herself. She was just like, we're engaged. Like, they talked about that they have a date set. Vince said she's getting better at trusting him more. I think the show helped Tamika in the sense that she had to realize her worth. And I think her getting to go on dates and men actually being interested in her. And not to say that that wasn't a case when they were back home, but they probably didn't act on it. But because she had the actual opportunity to go on dates, she got the chance to know that she still got it and men will be interested. And if Vince acts stupid, she could move on and date somebody else. So I think that was very beneficial for her. Granted, I don't know what the future holds for them. Like, if they want to walk down that aisle, I hope that they make it. I just don't know if like she's completely over like everything that happened. She says like she's good now and he says she's doing good. So I mean, you just got to take their word for it and hope for the best. But again, I feel like her energy and his energy during the reunion was just great overall. They were very just like really in love, and like they seem like, they really want this to work. So they're going to get married and it's going to work out for them. Shay and Michael, watching those scenes again about her talking about his son was so cringeworthy when she was like, they can go get an Airbnb. And I was just like, not again. Do we really have to watch that? But they're still engaged. They said they're in the process of buying a house. They did have the people who they had dated on the show come back on the reunion. Well, at least the most important people. So one of the guys she had dated that they were like really flirtatious with each other, he was there. Rick, the reunion host, her name is Egypt Sherrod. I think that's how you say the last name. But she was just like, oh, Big Rick or whatever. So they were there and they like played that clip of when Shay got picked up by Rick, and they talked about that, and Michael was just like, hey, it happened, but I mean, she's here with me, what can I say? Like, that was the show, that's what, the experience. We both did things that possibly we maybe shouldn't have, we both crossed boundaries, but we're engaged now, buying a house. Zion, Michael's son, will have his own room, thank God, no Airbnb situation. And they're also looking at September. I don't know if September of this year or September 2022, but either way, they seem like they'll probably work. They also brought back Whitney. I know how I felt about Whitney, and I really wanted Michael and Whitney to be together. But they brought her back too, when Whitney talked about, dating Michael was great, and he ended up cutting it off, obviously, because he wanted to focus on, Shay, who he really loves, which was understandable, and I get it. They went on so many dates, him and Whitney, though I really was like, nah, he gonna leave Shay and pick Whitney, but that didn't happen. But what was strange, and I don't remember them talking about this in the show, so if you guys remember this, let me know, and I'll go back to that episode and watch it. But apparently Shay and Michael be having threesomes. Now, they say they don't do it every day or whatever. It's not like an everyday kind of thing. They've done it. And apparently when the host, Egypt, asked Whitney, like, oh, you guys haven't spoken to each other since the show ended. And Whitney's like, no, we've spoken. So it got a little quiet because everybody's like, what you mean y'all spoke? And Shay, her face, like she was making faces. And I'm like, Michael, is something you want to tell her? But Michael was like, no, Whitney and Shay actually met, like all three of them, met. And because Michael was like how Shay reminded him of Whitney so much, like he felt like they would get along. So he introduced them, and apparently they had a great time. They had went to dinner, and they plan on meeting up again. So Egypt asked them like, yo, so are y'all gonna have a threesome with Whitney? And Whitney was just like, I mean, I'll never say never. And Shay's just like, I mean, I'm kind of down. Michael is winning. Honestly, he's the big winner of this all. Last but certainly not least, Hollywood and Ashley. Now, I told y'all in the last video, if I haven't watched it before, first things first, about the threesome thing, I will link my own personal video about threesomes. If you haven't seen the crazy story I had, I will link that up above. Now, back to Hollywood and Ashley. If you didn't see my last episode about this show, the final episode, I talked about how Ashley accepted the ring, but it didn't seem like she was certain she wanted to marry Hollywood. Well, we got our answer, and she is still not certain. She said she needs the emotional stability. She feels like it's constant. He's up here, then he's down here, then he's in the middle. It's literally like a seesaw, and she can't deal with that. Hollywood is still hot-headed. Like, they had Kwame on that stage, and Kwame is fine, y'all. He fine. And I feel like Ashley knows she want to be with Kwame. Like, I don't care what nobody says. She want to be with Kwame, but she just doesn't want to throw 9 years away for a possibility. Because, like, what if her and Kwame don't work out? Then what? But my answer to that is, what if you guys do work out? So you're going to hold on to 9 years when you're not fully happy because of time and history? Like, I think we, as a people, we do that a lot. When it comes to friendships and relationships, we hold on because of time. And sometimes you have to just let it go. And I want Ashley to let Hollywood go. And it's not that I don't think Hollywood's a great guy. Honestly, watching the show, I think he's charismatic. He's funny. He's good looking. Like I mentioned before, he's a Q. But, you could bypass that part, I guess. For Ashley, she did. But it's just like, you messed up, Hollywood, and it's something that she can't forget. And what can you do at that point? And your temper for her bothers her. You lash out quickly. Like, it's like you don't listen to her sometimes. And I'll say y'all working on it, but she was very just like, yeah, I have the ring, but I'm really not ready to get married. And he's like, I don't mind waiting, but don't have me waiting to like nothing at this point. And I feel like that's what's going to end up happening. Kwame was on there. He didn't know that they were officially like engaged. He said, I'm happy for you. I'm not a homewrecker. Granted, he was like, what he learned from the show was that he didn't know he could actually really like someone who was in a relationship, because he's like, once he finds that out, he's just, that's it. I'm not talking to you. I'm not dating you. I'm not trying to pursue anything because you're in a relationship, and I don't wreck homes, which I understand. No one wants to be a homewrecker. Well, I mean, not knowing, people do it, knowingly. So, but he was just like, I'm happy for her. And him and Hollywood was going at it for a little bit, like, but Hollywood he knew Kwame is, oh man, like, Kwame's fine, y'all. I don't know what else to say. He fine. But Hollywood, Kwame represents Hollywood's like fear of what could happen between him and Ashley, her finding someone who's better suited for her or who gives her what she really truly wants, which is that like calm, peaceful, I'm happy, you're happy, and that's the vibe Kwame gives. Hollywood's very just, you know, I don't even know how to describe it. He's just very hot-headed, honestly. And it's like, it's cute because it's like, yeah, you know, fight for me. But like Ashley said it in the episode, she was like, fight for me, but don't fight me. And he had that issue throughout the whole season where she was going out on dates and he was just like, yeah, okay, this date was cool. I don't care for this girl. He was not with the experience. And I think that is what messed them up. Honestly, I think they would have probably just benefited from regular therapy and then just deciding from there, like, maybe it's not going to work. But the dating, that jealousy clicked in his head and he wasn't with it. And then I watched her live after the show and like she still had the ring on, but she went on live with Kwame. Don't think Hollywood's going to like that when he finds out. But their energy was so beautiful. And I'm just like, Ashley, girl, stop playing with him. He wants you. Let him love you, please, for everybody's sake. Because like we see it. She kept the ring, but again, she was saying like that doesn't necessarily mean like she's fully engaged and that she's gonna get married. I feel like she should just give the ring back. It's a very gaudy ring too. It's very out there, but that's Hollywood's personality, so I understand it. But I feel like she needs to let Hollywood go and start something new with Kwame. But either way, my show is ending, y'all. I'm glad you guys tuned in with me. My friends who ended up watching the show, like, got on the put a ring on it wave because of me. I appreciate y'all. I hope they do have another season. I would love to see other couples. Oh, they also did bring back that first original couple that couldn't stay on the show because of family issues, and they're still together. But he hasn't proposed. Mimi feels like she still needs to work on herself. Ulysses actually said he had a ring and was planning on proposing, I guess, at the reunion. But he hesitated because he felt like she wasn't ready and he didn't want to force her into something she wasn't ready for. But they're still together, and Mimi said Ulysses was great because her dad unfortunately did pass away. She said Ulysses was really there for her and she saw a side of him she had never seen. So I'm still rooting for them, that they work it out and that they do eventually get married, because I could tell that they really do love each other. But anyway, this is the end of my video. Thank you for sticking out. I'm gonna go wash this makeup off and go to sleep. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.